Hello everybody, welcome back to Europa Universalis IV. My name is Cilantro. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Let's work towards getting this achievement finally. It's been a long time coming. Been a very long time coming. Wow, it took the capital back very quickly. Who are you at war with? Spain. I wonder why he was going there. Ooh, revolution in Portugal. Okay. Interesting. Ooh, my admin power's capped. Let's just grab this idea. It's fine. I think by the time the war's over, I think we should have enough admin power to core this. 23. Yeah, I think I should have enough admin power to core it. Sorry, if that's not Persia knocking on my door, I'm not interested in hearing what you got to say, sir. The revolution is here. Goodbye, Portugal. Ooh. Ooh. I have an idea. So they all take 200 and... Oh, actually, it probably won't work because I'm pretty sure they have a navy over there. Never mind. I was going to build a single ship and just park it here and lock them in Bahrain, but looks like they saw through my clever ruse. Revolutionary Portugal. I'm still not sure what the whole revolution thing is. Like, what that's all about. I really don't know. I gotta make sure I don't fall for the same trick that they do. I don't understand what the whole revolution thing is. One of these days I'm gonna have to figure that out. Alright, whatever. Just go back for their capital. Yeah, I think without crushing their army, and especially without holding their capital, there's no way I'm going to get those guys out. I was surprised Tabaristan capitulated so quickly. That was very surprising. Ooh, am I going to get there as defender? I think I might be able to. Let's see here. Let's check the timing on it. 10th of June. If they can hold out for 3 days, I'll be there as defender. Just 3 days. That's all you gotta hold out. Nope. Oh, now I'm the attacker. It's dry lands, though, so it's not really a big deal. Yeah, we're beating them up nicely. All that artillery in the back is just blowing them apart. Even with crappy rolls, it's still gonna be a landslide in my favor. Yeah, they did a good job of killing me. Definitely helped the war score, though. Nope, you will still not give up. What about Georgia itself? Will you finally let me annex you? Nope. I'm impressed. Certainly holding out. Truce with Baluchistan. Truce with the Ottomans. Could go back after the Ottorinos if we wanted to. Sorry, Georgia. I know you keep ringing on the doorbell, but I saw something interesting in the patch notes for the Cossacks expansion. That if you are asked to surrender and you have a -50 war score or higher, not accepting the surrender loses you stability. I think that's a really good change. Really, there's a lot of very interesting changes coming in the expansion. I'm eating a bunch of attrition by having these guys sit here, but I really don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to get this over with. As soon as that pops, we're going to try for peace again. Persia really didn't have that many forts either. Oh. I was wondering if they were going to take peace with the Ottomans or not. Come on, you can do it. Just pop already. Please. Guess I could have sped it up to 5 times, huh? 66%. Is that enough for you now? Nope. You are just obstinate, aren't you? There we go. Alright. I don't know if I have to have them or have them in quorum. Let's find out. And also find out if it shows up in the footage. Here we go. This may be it. Georgia on my mind. Got it. Whew. Oh, it feels so good. Core the crap out of these. So, yeah, I think that's going to really be it for this playthrough. I'd like to do a little bit of a sort of, what's the word for it? Post whatever, debriefing. There's a word for it that I cannot think of off the top of my head. This was a very interesting and very fun playthrough. I can't believe that I was able to actually survive all of this nonsense over here. I really thought that Spain and Portugal were just going to continually beat the crap out of me until they had me completely taken out. But you know what? In the long run, I think that all worked out in my favor, because what it did is it put a fire under my ass to get me to build a good navy and just realize that naval power over here is going to be what's going to do it. I mean, look at my navy. Actually, I kind of wonder if there's a way to... Is there a way to sort by navies? I probably have the strongest navy in the world. Oh, yeah, easily. Yeah, look at that. Nobody else is even close to mine. France, and they're my ally, so we are by far the strongest naval power. France's navy actually probably is stronger than mine, with 31 heavies. If you're not in an inland area where the galleys get an inland sea where the galleys get the double power, yeah, I can almost guarantee that they are much stronger, at least in open waters. Although I do have do they have any naval ideas? They have maritime ideas as well, so yeah, very well could actually compete with me quite well. Yeah, this game was very interesting, especially the alliance with Tunis and how pivotal that ended up being at certain points in the game too. Really being able to keep them as a friend, almost act as a buffer against the Ottomans, even though they were allied with the Ottomans for pretty much the entire game, which happens very often. The fact that I was able to keep them as an ally as well certainly helped out. And all the developments in Africa were certainly very interesting. And the financial problems I had when I first started out, man, I was having so many issues with money when I started out. It was crazy. But I'm glad it's all passed. I'm glad that I was able to do this, and it was a very fun achievement. Definitely very doable with Morocco. I mean, I still had 50 years available. 52 years left in the game, so I had plenty of time left too. And if I had even earned one ally in mainland Europe, that would have made such a huge difference. Like if I could have gotten to the side of France a lot faster, that would have made a big, big, big difference. And really just picking up any alliances. Even Tuscany was a huge part of that last little fight there as well. Between the two of them being able to overpower Spain, get them out of the war, and then eventually turn their sights over to the Ottomans, that helped a lot. Interesting that the Commonwealth never formed. It makes me very happy to see a giant Teutonic Order, because I've done a playthrough as the Teutons, and it was one of my favorite playthroughs I've ever done. Definitely a very fun playthrough. Austria, are they the Emperor? I don't know if they're the Emperor. They're not. Mainz is the Emperor. That's interesting. So Austria got kicked out of the imperial seat at some point. Alright, now that the game is pretty much over, I'm going to look at the poor imploded Ming, which I never get to see when I'm over here. They always stay solid the whole game. For those of you guys who don't know, Ming is a very interesting country. They have a buff called Mandate of Heaven, and as long as they have the Mandate of Heaven, they have a huge boost to stability. Well, not stability, but I think it's -5 unrest. Like a really big boost to unrest. As well as a few other really nice benefits. But the problem is that if they lose the Mandate of Heaven through certain penalties, it actually drops that to a +5 unrest. So a bonus to a malice. A 10-point swing in unrest. So it causes huge issues with separatism. So if you can get Ming to implode, it becomes super easily conquerable territory, because you have all these individual countries that you can just steamroll over in this area. Otherwise, Ming starts off as and continues to be one of the most powerful countries in the game at this point. So yeah, very interesting playthrough. The colonization efforts definitely helped me a lot with the finances. Obviously, killing off all these individual little nations over here made a big difference as well. You know, in terms of keeping my coffers full. I think England not growing into a superpower was also surprisingly important in this game. Wow, Haiti taking over Scotland. Okay, definitely fascinating anytime that sort of thing happens. But yeah, as far as like the ideas that I took, I'm pretty happy with this. Obviously, opening exploration expansion is the standard opener for anybody who's going for heavy colonization, and definitely when I was, you know, going for all that sort of, you know, early heavy colonization, I knew I had to get into it very early. I want to say at some point, didn't I take over a huge? Yeah, I did. That's right. I took over a big Portuguese colony over here, and that ended up being very important to the success of this game. I was doing that. And maritime ideas actually proved to be pretty good. The yearly naval tradition, you know, light ship combat ability, helping my combat out just a little bit. I really like the fact that you can repair in coastal sea zones. That actually proved to be quite useful at a number of places. A lot of these other things are kind of eh. Naval leader maneuver obviously makes my piracy a lot better as well. Able to hire really powerful, I mean, naval tradition way up there for sure. Protecting trade, if by that you mean piracy. So I think that's going to wrap up this episode and indeed this playthrough. Thank you guys again so much for watching this playthrough. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please leave me any comments you have about the way that I handled this playthrough. I'm going to be likely trying to scrape some money together to pick up the expansion, and I'm going to be doing another playthrough of this. My mind recently has been on Albion Online, a very incredible game, and I will be making videos for that game in the near future, so look out for those. Actually, by the time this episode goes live, I've probably got some episodes of that up. But I think I'm going to go ahead and spam upload the end of this series. Again, you will already have known this, but anyway, this is just filler time. My name is Cilantro. This was the Georgia on My Mind playthrough, Morocco, and we did it, guys. We did it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.